Hey everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. How are you today? I'm doing well. I have a question though. Are you just winging keto? Are you just winging it because you did it before and it worked and you dropped 20 or 30 pounds and the scale's showing a loss every time you weigh yourself now, so you feel you can just wing it and you can be successful? Good for you if it's working. But if it's not working and you find that the obsession or the pulling or the not knowing, the anxiety surrounding it isn't working, I would suggest getting back to tracking or getting to tracking. Maybe there's no back to. Somebody commented to me the other day and they said, I know you talk about this all the time, but I really wasn't doing it and I was just kind of watching, but now I'm going to do it. And I think the topic was tracking. It's a minor investment in you, silly. It just gives you clarity. And they talk about the keto clarity. Jimmy Moore talks about the keto clarity, along with Dr. Westman, of the brain. And how you can get keto clarity helping your brain focus and feel sharp. Well, wouldn't clarity with trackers, with what you're having to eat, be more of the same? To me, winging it is just, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm older and I just like the security, the blanket feel of knowing that I've tracked and that it's there and it's a guide. Like on the day that I have my taco salad, I will keep the phone out and look up the recipe on Chronometer and make sure that there's the right amount of carbs that I'm adding to the taco salad, because it might be different than what I put in my other salad or what my head is telling me or what my knife is cutting. Oftentimes, like in the taco salad, where I account for 30 grams of avocado in the recipe in my Chronometer, but then when I'm cutting the avocado, say there's a few more grams of avocado in that particular piece that I'm cutting from that, the skin of it. And so there's like a couple of more carbs, and I'm not going to throw it out. It seems kind of wasteful. And so I'll add it, and then I'll go back in and add the extra avocados, because I want it clear and concise. I like clarity. Winging it, to me, is just too free-falling. And it's like driving someplace without GPS or a map. It's like, I'll just watch the sun and see, if I'm heading towards it and the sun is going down, then I must be heading west. It's like, you don't need to do that today. And a Chronometer or a tracker, be it Lose It, MFP, Chronometer, a tracker is a guide. It's something to help you. So to me, it's a duh. If you're not using it and you're winging it, have at it if you're successful. But there may come a time when something stalls out a little bit, or you get a little more lazy and loosey-goosey, and things start coming in. I mean, have you ever had one of those befuddling moments with like, oh, what is a carb? What's a carb after all of this? I'm so used to the macros and the tracking and the weighing and the measuring. And sometimes it's like, it's insanity. And it's like, well, what are all these carbs? Is this crazy? What am I doing? And so then I come back. It's like maybe it's a senior moment. When you go to a, all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, you're at an intersection that you use 5 times a day, and it's like, where am I? I hope it's not, some sort of disease that's going to do me in. I just hope it's like a brief moment, maybe senior moment. It's not a keto clarity moment. So I don't wing it. I don't wing it in my fridge. Especially looking at the calendar. If I have one thing of heavy whipping cream as a spare, I probably will buy a second one. Why? Because the weekend's coming up And I don't want to fight the crowds for my one little pint of cream. And sometimes finding the organic heavy whipping cream is a challenge because other people are looking for it as well. And maybe the store's not ordering as much. And so it whips off the shelves before I have my chance. So sometimes, especially in the summer months living in a resort area, I have 2 backups of eggs, of heavy cream, definitely butter for my bulletproof coffee, things like that. You know, I just don't want to be caught, I was going to say with my pants down, but that's like a real old saying. And no, I wouldn't be, too dimply. I don't want to be caught without it. And so I always want to have that good supply going. Winging it is not, you know, some people love winging it. You know, they love that challenge of like, oh, it'll all come together. To me, winging it would be having a package of organic pork chops, a package of organic boneless chicken thighs, a package of chorizo, and a package of grass-fed beef in the fridge. And the winging it would be, I don't know what I'm having for dinner yet, but I've got all these options. That's as close to winging it as I want to be. The supplies are in, it's just the choice hasn't been made. And it's just something that helps me with my sanity, helps me with my just pulling it together. I'm not a winger. Are you a winger and successful and have been for some time period? For me, some time period would mean 6 months or more that you have been a winger with keto. You're assuming it's under 20. And I saw one person yesterday hold up a bag of spinach, and there were 5 carbs in the entire excuse me, package, total carbs. And so she said, I figure I'll just eat this and that'll be 5 carbs. And she's right, you know, maybe she puts it in a tracker, maybe she doesn't, I don't know. But it was not organic. And there's grass-fed GMOs and all of that sort of stuff. And just saying, but I don't want the GMOs in my veggies. It just seems like carcinogen, just this hidden thing that, like, for all that I do, you know, washing and scrubbing and looking for non-GMO and grass-fed and all those sort of things, and then suddenly, or organic with the pesticides, and then, you know, here are all these secret things inside, because if something doesn't have it, usually the outside is going to say it now on the front of the package, because they know that conscientious shoppers that are looking for organic and grass-fed are looking for those buzzwords on the front without having to flip it over and seeing that it is organic or there's no GMOs. It's going to be on the front because for them that is a great marketing tool because there's enough of us out there that are looking for it. So don't be a winger, be a winner. And a winner is a tracker in my book. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom with Keto Under 20, tracking every day because I want to, because I'm invested, because the few minutes it takes to build your tracker so you can just pop, find the food, put it in, is really minimal for a big return. Just saying. Thanks so much for watching. Comments below. Bye-bye for now.